podcast. We are Synergy Bonus. Three guys who like to drink a lot and talk about games. All kinds of games. And just in time for our Halloween special. We're doing a Halloween special? Now we are.
We're doing a Friday the 13th special.
We have better things to do on Halloween.
Friday the 13th is coming up this next week. So
yes, it is.
Here we go. We are going to be talking about, of course, Friday the 13th, published on the Nintendo Entertainment System in February of 1989.
Did this game come out on Friday the 13th?
It did not.
That was a missed opportunity.
Marketing snafu.
If that is the worst thing this game did, then that is a very minor crime.
But it's not.
Which is why I said if.
This is a very notorious game. Game Informer in 2009 rated this one of the worst games of all time. GamePro has called it the 10th worst video game adaptation of a film ever.
The Angry Video Game Nerd absolutely hates this game.
Oh, it's a fantastic episode. We'll probably link it down below. Nintendo Power calls this the 6th worst video game of all time.
As you've guessed, this is not a very good game.
It could be worse. It could be Cheetah Man.
Oof.
It could be.
There was a quote from a writer over at Game Informer. He said that only LJN would ever think to surround Jason Voorhees with neon pastel vomit, thereby rendering him even more of an 80s relic than he already is.
I don't really view Jason as an 80s relic. I view him as an 80s treasure.
He is a treasure.
One man's relic is another man's treasure.
It's like Ronald Reagan quotes.
This is a survival horror game, a very primitive proto-survival horror game, developed by Atlas Games, of all things.
Okay. And it was published by LJN.
It was published by LJN. Yep.
LJN makes some terrible shit.
Do you happen to know what LJN is an acronym for?
Don't know. Don't care.
Don't care.
Look out for the rainbow.
If you see that, step away. Thankfully, they're defunct.
Music, such as there is, composed
Dear
by
God, are they defunct?
Hirohiko Takayama. No idea what else he's known for, but
I gotta say,
everything and all of the tracks in this. What did we say? There were 5 tracks total.
Okay, if you count as a track, then yeah. But
so 4 tracks. They all feel like heavily plagiarized from other better games.
I have to say though,
the cabin theme was basically the fairy fountain,
kind of
for Zelda. Yeah,
part of it was, but I like the cabin theme. Out of everything in this game, it's the creepiest sounding one.
It is super relaxing. I don't know why you call it creepy at all. This is the
because
kind of thing
sometimes relaxing shit is creepy.
They are thankfully defunct. Their last games they released were 1995 Cutthroat Island and Spider-Man animated something for the Genesis.
I played it on the Super Nintendo.
But yeah, they've been defunct for a while.
That's
good
good.
riddance.
The market works.
Anyways, but I like the cabin theme.
Cat Thompson didn't have to do anything.
To me, it does have a little creepy vibe to it. The non-creepy music is the Jason music, the dun 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 dun.
Yeah, when Jason shows up, it gets less creepy, believe it or not.
Because when Jason shows up, shit goes down.
It's Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, pretty much.
If you face him in a cabin.
If you face him in a cabin.
But let's
okay, I'm gonna break
down how the game works.
Okay.
Tell me how this game plays.
This game plays abysmally. Okay.
Explain it to me like I'm 5.
All right. There are how many counselors? 6? 6 counselors, and each one has a different
ability.
Stat ability.
Different set of abilities for running, throwing, rowing, going, whatever.
Yes. They don't have the racial stereotypes, so don't be looking into that. But your main goal is to pick a counselor and apparently survive for 3 nights.
The ultimate game thing behind the game is to defeat Jason and defeat Jason 3 times and survive 3 days and 3 nights. So 6 whatever or
cycles,
3 day night cycles.
Anyways, so you pick your counselor,
and you can actually cycle through the counselors anytime you're in a cabin. We'll get back to that.
So as you're going, you've got these weird-ass zombies that just appear.
They're supposed to be the
deceased
zombies of the other counselors, but they start showing up before any of the other counselors die, and they're all the same sprite.
Maybe movie-wise,
recolored.
I don't know. But like, if you look at some of the names, I'm pretty sure they just took counselors from just different movies and mishmash.
Pretty sure they just took the most generic, Bill.
I mean, to be fair, all the names in the movies are pretty generic.
The most generic New England names you could think of.
So as you're going, your basic weapon is a rock. And you can get a knife. You can get some other different weapons, too.
The knife is your friend.
The knife is your friend. The axe is there, too. Pitchfork is another one.
I've never gotten far enough to get a pitchfork.
No, none of this is...
This game is brutal.
This is very brutal. But...
Nintendo hard.
No, this goes beyond Nintendo hard. This is...
Stupid.
You
find health items. You find
lighters.
You find
Zippos.
Keys and just whatnot.
You
And
can unlock various cabins hidden in the woods, which are sort of an homage to the cabin in the woods that Jason's in 2 and 3.
There's, like the first maybe 15 seconds, you're okay. Then all of a sudden, that little counselor's getting murdered alarm
Jason
goes off.
pops up and starts attacking any counselors that are alone, which it leads me to believe that maybe there was intended to be a multiplayer function of this game. It just didn't happen.
I don't know.
It is completely single player.
So, you've got this map, which is just ass backwards from the actual playfield.
Yep.
And you go to the cabin to rescue the children and the counselors that are there.
Your standard reaction as a gamer who's picking this thing up is going to be, okay, he's over there, I have to run to the rescue. The intended function is that you put your counselor that you're controlling in a cabin, switch counselors, and either fight him or run away.
Now, Trav here had never played this game up until today. And I subjected it to him, and I mean, it ended...
is a good term.
And it ended pretty much how I expected it to end.
How would I last? About 10 minutes?
About 10 minutes.
If that?
He couldn't get to some of the houses in time because of the map function, basically. Here's the
I
house.
didn't
Here
know
I am.
about switching counselors.
Okay, I'm going to the right. Why is my character running to the left? And it's bad. But okay, so you get to the
Horror movie logic.
You get to the cabin.
Ostensibly, it's designed that way intentionally to be disorienting.
You get to the cabin, and if it's nighttime, you can use the lighter and whatnot. I don't even really know the purpose of that because I don't very much last until night.
Most people don't.
But you go in there, they thank you. And you're wandering around, and all of a sudden, your pajama-clad Jason shows up.
With bright, like, neon bluish purple. He looks like a blueberry. Have you
He's
ever seen Willy Wonka?
He is purple, and his mask is blue.
Have you ever seen Willy Wonka? The scene where the girl chews the gum,
Violet.
and she turns into the big blue.
Violet.
Yeah.
Violet Beauregard.
It's that color scheme is what they chose for Jason.
And you've got about 3 good shots on you before you're dead because he will kill you.
Well, it's Jason. It's what he does.
Depending on your counselor, some of them have a higher stamina or whatever, so they can take a few more hits.
But the thing is, like, Trav didn't know you could dodge. And I didn't know for the longest time you could dodge either.
Frickin' Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
It really is Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Except instead of being Little Mac, you're Glass Joe.
And he died. He died a horrible, horrible death. I played it to show him a little bit more.
He died a horrible, horrible death.
I did. So I go into the room. There's Jason. He does his thing. I dodge out of the way and whatnot. I hit him with my rocks or knife. I don't have a knife.
A knife at that point.
And it's like, you've survived for now. Or you win for now. I leave them.
Nobody wins when playing this.
I leave them and like, no sooner do I leave, he is outside ready to just fuck me up. And he did. Yeah. With the axe. One hit in the back of the head.
Whipping axes at him. And I'm like, what kind of Jason shit is this?
If you would have seen me go into a house again with him, he would have pulled out the machete. Right. And it's another, like a 2-shot then.
Yeah. And I'm betting his third form, whatever it may be, is
I don't
a
know.
one-shot
I've
kill.
Never gotten to the third
Chainsaw.
form.
Probably.
Because his life bar is this long, the encounter takes that much. So it's meant to be prolonged and just, I mean...
Keep driving
it simulates
him off.
that Jason is an unstoppable powerhouse. It does accomplish that. But as far as a game... It doesn't accomplish much. Like, you can fight Jason's mother's head.
I think as a game, it encourages you to run away.
It does.
Yes, Jason's mother is a hidden boss, and in reference to how the first movie ends, spoiler.
This movie came out in the 80s.
It's her disembodied head flying around, a very similar attack pattern to like the Medusas from freaking Castlevania.
Honestly, it reminded me of a Medusa head.
I think they just recycled the sprite.
Probably.
That's just because of how that woman looked. Woof.
She's dead now too.
Yeah. There's also these weird forest sections
and cave sections, and like there's wolves and stuff.
And there's wolves and bats and spiders and more zombies and super zombies and zombies jumping out of the lake. And
what is this, Link's Adventure?
Exactly.
That also
The
reminds
Adventures
me,
of Link.
like
Zelda 2.
Jason has always had like these weird ass teleport powers in the movies.
Yep.
In the game too, he's in a house murdering someone. If you're on the lake rowing, he will still attack you. He'll charge right through you on the lake. It's like,
how's he running on water? Is this?
he doesn't. It's not on water.
Oh.
It's literally he's in the water. His head's up there, and he just charges through you.
So you may think using a lake to get around is faster, but it's with a risk.
It's not. I mean, honestly, Jason can attack you at any time in this game, and it's a little nerve-wracking.
I mean, I guess that builds up a sense of paranoia that you'd have in this kind of a scenario.
I mean, the game could have had a lot of potential.
There's a lot of potential. Like, apparently there's, like, notes that you find in the cabins after you beat him, and you light a few fireplaces that point you to different directions, and keys that unlock the shacks that we got to but couldn't get into, and there's more stuff in there that furthers the plot.
And
But
armor.
you can't live long enough to get that far, because, you know, they say periodically Jason pops up to attack the other counselors.
It's
every minute.
It literally...
Like, if he gets done killing one person, you've
has
got
a-
about 10 seconds before he's across the
It
map
ha-
killing someone
It
else.
has a 15-second timer on it. I mean, that's not once in a while. It has a 15-second timer. If this thing had come out originally for an arcade game, I could get it. They're trying to get you to pump more quarters into it or something. But this was an NES home console release. You know? Like,
What's even better
make
is
it
the
playable.
game over screen, which they
You and
video-
your friends are dead. Game
Game
over. It is beautiful. But
No, it's not. It's boring. It's just white text on a black background.
but the
They
message
couldn't-
is beautiful.
The message is beautiful, but they couldn't, like, stylize it or anything?
No. The only things, the redeeming things I like about this game are some of the music tracks, and not that one. Okay, one of the music tracks. I like the cabin track. And some of the artwork. I say some of the artwork because Jason looks like a janitor. And I've seen a clip of him dead. He just looks like a fat man slumped over in the corner. The sprite and art I'm talking about.
Because all of the counselors look terrible.
Okay, the only sprite artwork I like is the mask with the knife at the beginning.
Okay.
Because that is iconic. That is the
Like,
iconic...
right up until you push start on the start screen, this looks like it's going to be a
Even the
fantastic-
cartridge, it's got Jason from the movie with an axe. And I think it's part 6 or 7
Like a-
that he's got the, and it's like, okay, and then it's this. And the game, it's crap. It really is crap. This past year, they shouldn't say they redid. They decided they were going to take a stab, not LJN,
Because they've been defunct.
There's
a new Friday the 13th,
just
and
came
it
out
looks
this year. It's
amazing.
looks
It's a
phenomenal.
multiplayer one. We haven't tried it yet. We're gonna try
Watch
it.
for that in a future installment.
But one person plays
Pitch the
Jason.
multiplayer and I'm fine.
One person plays Jason. The other players play camp counselors. And if you're the counselors, good luck. Basically,
Dibs on Jason.
it rotates it. Basically, it's like, okay, who's Jason this time? Oh, I'm Jason this time.
Although, because the launch of the new one had a bunch of bugs and issues, as a little thank you for your patience to the fans, there was some
You get that
DLC they threw out
janitor suit.
where you get a recolored sprite for Jason that's the same color scheme and janitor suit that he is from the NES game. It's
I think it's not really so much janitor suit, it's that weird, like, overall jumpsuit.
That's who they were going for.
I don't know.
They
It looks
failed.
like a janitor.
They failed.
I hate to say it.
I was thinking it looked a bit more like a jogging suit, like I would expect if we were...
Actually, when he's on the side-scrolling things, that's what it looks like. But when he's in the cabin, it looks like a janitor.
Like, this is the kind of thing I'd expect one of the Sopranos to be wearing with that jogging suit kind of thing. Hey, cousin, you want to go bowling?
And that's really all we've got to say about this. It's not a good game, but if you want to punish yourself, go play it.
There's everything that could be said about this. Like,
If you've beaten the game, let us know. Like, without cheats, let us know. And if you have a video to that, link it in the comments so we can go watch that.
this game is abysmal, but at the same time, it's the right kind of frustrating that you want to keep going. Because like, this time for sure. No.
You know, have a good night. Happy Friday the 13th.
Good night. Good gaming.